Ryan, I don't remember anything that we were doing in this game. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
Hot recaps.
Yeah.
Also, welcome. Early intro time. Pajanime 2, Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
We're here. It's episode 102. We've played 101 episodes of Kingdom Hearts games. We're back in Hollow Bastion, where Kyle's currently looking at a pretty decent command menu. It's
oh no! I remember what I have to do.
But if I'll do the hot recap for Kyle since he seems to be lost.
I am. I'm a lost boy. We started. We finished up.
We
Mulan
switched to
Land,
Sora.
Right?
That happened not in the last recording session, but that happened the recording session before that. We kind of got our journey underway with Sora. You know, Sora had to make his way through an empty Twilight Town and find his way out. Christopher Lee kind of guided the way. Sora.
Gorsh.
Yeah, we're going into the Winnie the Pooh book, your favorite thing.
Yeah.
And then we got our, we got in our gummy ship and our more Mass Effect 2-y now hub menu with the gummy ship kind of set up, and we went on our journey exploring worlds like you do in a Kingdom Hearts game. And I believe the two worlds we have been through and completed thus far are the Land of the Dragon, which was Mushu, and the I don't remember the name of the castle, but it was Beast Castle from Beauty and the Beast. Be our guest.
Oh yeah, Beast was all.
And then we came back to the Hall of Bastion here, where I keep wondering if the thing I want to show you is ready to show you, and we're just gonna check every time to see if it is, and if it is, I'm mark out moment.
Hell yeah.
But for now, we're in Winnie the Pooh land. There we go. I recapped. Plot-wise, Sora doesn't still really know what's going on. Yinsing has basically just said that we got to go to all the worlds.
Well, we're trying to make our way to.
Yinsid, sorry. Yinsid.
Yeah. Yeah. We're trying to make our way to, I want to say Destiny Islands, but the path there is different, so we have to find our way through the other worlds to get there.
Sora's trying to find Kairi. Or Mickey. One or the other.
Oh, yes. In fact, I was just
about
to do my stoutness exercises.
Think you can do a good Pooh?
Sora, let's start doing gym workouts.
That's, wow.
What,
are you Jim Broadbent more like it? Whoa.
Yeah, that happened for real. I thought I was like, did the game glitch? But nope.
And then he animated you away like a Bulbasaur would.
Wait, do we not have to deal with this stupid fucking book anymore?
What?
Yeah! Close the book. Never open it again. Fuck this place.
You know what? Come on, Kyle. Oh, bother. Donald? Shit, it might be.
Time for Ryan's favorite thing?
I'm not going to say favorite in the whole game. It's definitely top moment, though.
Okay.
Well, not top moment. Let's see if it happens. We'll see.
No, they're stealing Pooh's book.
God damn you.
I mean, that's Sora's fault for not taking it with him.
How heartless of them.
Ha!
Oh. Got him. Oh, they're called the Heartless? I didn't know that.
Oh, Ryan, you ruined... that was actually good, and then you fucking went one too far. You ruined it.
Yeah.
Cyclone!
So
apparently I learned Cure at some point, too.
So we record these in retrospect. We record these... Stop slacking this. We record these in... and release them in... later on. You know what I'm trying to say, right, Kyle?
Yeah, yeah.
Help me out here.
It's Halloween right now.
Dang.
You're not going to see this until, like, next week.
Yes. So I've been watching some of our, they air, some of our older episodes of this, just as we've hit Kingdom Hearts 2, and looking at the command menus, and I really got to say...
Gorge, maybe you better go back and make sure Pooh's all right.
Oh, I'm way up.
But what about Brian? Well, I guess we could explain.
Great.
Sure. I was really hoping it wasn't going to let us go back in. Because, I kind of hate 100 Acre Wood. Damn it!
Well, you don't like Pooh Land?
No, fuck that place.
What about Tigger, the cocaine tiger?
No, Eeyore, the giant bummer of a human being.
Eeyore is a fantastic character. We should all learn a little something from Eeyore. You know what that is? Life actually
sucks.
Yeah, equally for everyone. Sort of.
First of all, fuck Pooh. I need this chest.
There.
Yeah. So sorry, you were saying command menus.
Oh yes, Hollow Bastion had one of the best command menus of all time.
Yeah, it's really good.
Or sorry, not Hollow Bastion, Twilight Town. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
And I was looking at the Roxa stuff. So did you know there was at least 4 different command menus I saw in Twilight Town. There was the regular Twilight Town one, which featured the notable clock tower on the top. Then when you picked up the skateboard, the command menu changed.
I didn't notice
edgy
that.
skateboard style command menu with like graffiti.
I'm so glad
Then
you're
when
okay.
we were in the castle,
And I'm
it was
glad
like
you came to visit.
Nominee's
But you
castle.
see, I was
It was
just
like a
about to
castle-y
begin my
font.
stoutness
Okay.
exercises.
When we were in the White Room, we got the individual White Room one, and then when we were in Christopher Lee's Matrix dungeon, we got kind of a Matrix-y grid one. So
Okay.
Twilight Town alone
So,
is
how's
like
Piglet
peak command. They started how they put a lot into Twilight Town.
Now,
Yeah.
where was I?
Wait, Pooh doesn't remember.
My
Piglet.
stoutness exercises.
I don't know.
No,
He
it's
used to
good.
play for
Pooh's-
SKT, and then he
It's,
went to Team
Pooh
Liquid
been-
for a while.
Pooh been too busy playing Rechain of Memories.
Yeah, he's forgetting about everything.
Yeah, I'd want to after playing that game too.
Something
Oh.
very weird is happening here.
You know what I think about that game?
Maybe I've
Oh,
It
Bob.
sucks like Pooh.
about this.
Put it on the box.
Stinks like Pooh. Got him.
No.
Really? That was better than your thing where you could be bothered to wait for an old wizard. Fuck you, Merlin. We have time. We're doing a show.
Hahaha. I'm so sorry about that, says Sora.
How are things in there? Fucking suck.
I mean, you know.
Well,
There's
Pooh
some
seems
good
to have
characters in
forgotten all
Winnie the
about
Pooh
me.
land. Piglet's okay.
all his other friends too.
I'm not a big owl fan. Fucking owls.
Rabbit sucks. Rabbit's just a
Ra-
giant.
Rabbit?
Yeah.
Well, he's kind of like an old grandma.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Especially something to do with the pages of the Heartless. Yeah, okay. Oh, you're fucking not doing that. Obviously.
Oh. We collected all those pages last game, but the Heartless literally broke into our house and stole them. So that we have to do it again. Thanks, Heartless. This book is one of the world's most cherished memories, Kyle.
No, it's not.
We will. If you had to pick favorite character from Winnie the Pooh, the one you hate the least. I don't know how anyone could hate Piglet.
Kenga.
Piglet. The kangaroo?
Yeah. She just has to put up with her son's bullshit.
See, I always thought Tigger was funny because if you knew it, the joke, and the other kids didn't, they were just laughing, and you're laughing at them because they don't really understand that they're, you know,
That
what I
he's
mean?
got the
Like,
nose
it's like-
candy going. He's tweaking.
Yeah, they don't understand that this is just like Alice in Wonderland, like that kind of effect. Like they don't understand this is just some fucking drug trip shit right here.
Yeah. Precisely. Now go forth with your friends by your side. Thanks, Merlin. You're doing some bullshit. Baseball charm. To
Hey,
call
we
forth.
get to call forth Chicken Little. Yeah, you know who's the real best Winnie the Pooh character? Fuck them all, Chicken Little. You ever seen Chicken Little, Kyle?
Yeah, the sky is falling, Ryan.
That was like a weird, like pseudo real life mixed CGI movie, right? I remember. I think, and it was about a little chicken.
Wait.
Whoa, go back to Hall Bastion. We have to go see if that thing's there.
Oh yeah, sorry. It kicked me out on its own.
Yeah, that might mean we can't see it, but we'll see. We just have to land and go out the thing and see if we can go to the place where the So just go outside.
The burrow. Okay, so where am I supposed to go, Ryan?
To the right.
Okay.
We're gonna go both directions if one doesn't get us the way. It's just I don't remember exactly where it is, but essentially I remember it'll open this up. So if we can go there, there'll be a thing,
Yep.
and if we can't, there won't be.
Okay.
We'll just do our check-in every time.
Watch it's just like in a totally different game. I know it wouldn't be because this is the only other one you've played, but.
Yeah, there's literally no chance of that.
Or what if you just forgot that was just a memory
Nah,
that didn't
this is
actually
one of
happen?
my. I mean, listen, if reaching, then
Down here?
I am actually ending my life. Yeah,
Wow.
not really, but
Jesus,
Yeah.
Ryan, we got fucking dark there.
I mean more to the effect of rechain of memory. We're lost somewhere in rechain of memories, really. Robot
Yeah.
Kyle, Robot Ryan.
I think the official name was Replica Riku, but I liked Robot Riku better.
Yeah. RKRR.
That's us. Collecting some money.
Alright, go down there. I mean, you could have just jumped, but okay.
Well, that's not very
We're
safe.
basically just seeing if there's anything if you can continue the level forward, or if it's still blocked.
Yeah, I know. But every once in a while, it's kind of nice to just stop and kill a couple enemies because
Goofy's shield has like a
he's like,
Troopa vibe.
yeah, dude, we give him a crown. Goofy's Bowsette. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. So that's something I actually kind of want to mention. So I just got back from HalCon yesterday, or day before, I guess.
Anime.
Yeah, it was pretty peak.
Halloween.
It was pretty peak anime. But one of the things that Alex and I and our friend Julian like to do is every time we go there, we like to try to think of which costume is going to be the most common that year, and then we count them anytime we come across them. So the first year we went, 2016, we were counting Harley Quinns.
That's fair.
Yeah, because it was the year
Fair.
Suicide Squad came out. But like also Harley Quinn, there's a lot of different kinds of Harley Quinns, right? Like there's so many different ones. So
Can't go through here yet.
okay, this is where you're expecting the thing to be though.
Maybe it could be on the other side of the level too. So
We'll go check that out too. Yeah, fuck it. So we came over like 3 days. We came across like 41 Harley Quinns. Obviously, I'm sure that there were times where we saw the same one and forgot who it was. But this year we couldn't really think of a good like which one it was gonna be. And then I realized like fucking Bowsette. So we were counting all of the Super Crown people. So like Bowsette, Booette. There was like a Babomette that was there. That was pretty rad. There was only like 14 of them, but considering that trend only came out like a month and a half ago, I thought that was a lot under the circumstances. I'm gonna go get that puzzle piece or whatever the fuck that is. So yeah, it was like we'd be like walking down like having a conversation. We'd be like, yeah. Blah 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 blah. 14. Like you just come across one and then everyone looks around.
I'd imagine, you're not obviously comparing it versus what you could see the most of. Like,
No, because the most was always Deadpool.
really?
Yeah, of course. It's fucking Deadpool.
Man, Deadpool still racking those in. I'd figured maybe you'd get a Superman or a Batman, like a classic.
I mean, you get like the occasional ones, but cosplayers don't generally like doing generic stuff.
True, but Deadpool. But come on.
Yeah, except for those ones.
You said they don't. Yeah,
Deadpool is the exception to every rule.
The only way I could see a Deadpool is if you all do a big gimmick where there's a group of them that all do the different suits. Same with Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh,
Then
there
I'm okay
was
with it.
one thing that was fucking rad was a bunch of people who did Overwatch cosplays got together and like did a group, and we kind of watched while they were doing their photo shoot. Some fucking rad. There was like 30 people there. Some of them were obviously repeats, but almost no repeats of skins. Like there were like
Nice.
4 soldiers, and they were all different soldiers.
Yeah, with things like Overwatch and stuff, you can go all skin crazy
Yeah.
and get a bunch. Yeah, like stuff like that where each character also has different skins. It's like, okay, I can see why there's some, pick your skin.
Yeah,
You
and
might still
like
have someone
gender
who-
bend stuff
who's
going
got
on.
the same thing, but it's just like whatever, fuck it. At that point, you're like, hey, you like that skin too, man? Yeah, or whatever.
Yeah.
The Moogle shop. What can we get here?
Potions.
Oh, it's Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
I'm
You
good on-
need any potions?
No, I'm good on potions.
You only have 5.
Yeah, I'm good. I have cure now.
Okay, fall down here.
Aerith.
Yeah, let's see what these people have to say for themselves.
To protect, you can carry on precisely because you're together. It'd be hard to do it. You fucking power friendship. I got it. I'm David Boreanaz.
Not really, though.
Yeah. Where's Giles? He was in Halifax last weekend.
Did he talk, or was it just like a signing?
I mean, he talked to people. I like the fucking line to see him was huge, dude.
No, I
I
meant,
didn't.
yeah, okay, so he didn't have a talk. Okay.
I don't think he was at any panel. There were people who did. Billy Boyd, who was Pippin in Lord of the Rings, was there as a guest, and he had a couple panels. Okay.
Billy Boyd?
Yeah, Pippin, your boy. Oh, I have to go to a save point to get back to the ship, don't I? All right, we wasted a little bit of time, but we need. I'm sure that this will be worth it. We're putting the build in,
Also grinding.
Yeah, that's
Which
like a
is
fun side
actually
effect.
important because we've been under level every time we've done this. So
Yeah.
maybe we're killing the other foot with the one shoe. I don't know what analogy I just made. Just ignore it. Move. Moving on.
No, hang on.
Analogy, it didn't make any sense.
Killing the other foot with
Also, I
the
think you're
one
going too
shoe. You're going too far. I was distracted, Ryan. I was like,
No.
what did you...
Listen, I'm not even gonna. I don't even know what I was intending now. It's at this point.
Killing two birds with one stone, and I think you
is
were
one,
combining
yeah,
it
but
with
that's not
the
what I was
shoe
going
is on
for.
the other
That's
foot.
That's not remotely what I wanted to say, even though it was in the same ballpark in terms of.
Like relevance, it would have actually worked. I think you were also trying to...
That's what I mean. It was something that meant the same thing, but the different words. That has to do with shoes, and I just
Fuck, I don't know where I want to go.
Oh yeah, where did they tell us to go?
They didn't?
Okay, can you boot up the journal?
Oh. Here, it's got to be here, right?
Was this a new world that we haven't been to?
Yeah, fucking we're going here anyway.
I was kind of thinking we'd get to go to Halloween Land or whatever, Halloween Town.
That would be
because it's
appropriate.
Halloween. Would be appropriate, but that looks like we're going to the Coliseum, which, you know what? I'm a Coliseum fan. Highway level 2? Is that what we're going with? Okay.
Yep.
I love how you can just take it out, too. It doesn't cost anything, right? Once you have it, you just have it.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Nice improvement.
They just fucking streamlined the hell out of this system for those of us who don't want to get into it. That's smart.
Yeah.
So I haven't played them yet, but a bunch of people getting back into Battlefront 2 because today, actually, or sorry, not today, it's Wednesday. Yesterday was the release of General Grievous as a hero.
Oh, shit.
And there seems to be some issues with the way he's balanced. Just some of his abilities don't seem to be useful, but like generally people.
Wait,
seem
a
to
new
be
character's
happy with the way it
introduced to a
works.
game and they're not balanced properly?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I found the heroes versus villain aspect of that game is actually where the people play, and it's actually a really fun mode, especially if you play the bit. You can play because when I originally tried it, here we're in space, so I have time for this story.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
When I originally tried it, Star Wars Battlefront 2 is what I'm talking about. When I originally tried it, I tried the heroes versus villain, and it was just like I tried a 2v2 where it's like search and destroy, where you only have one life.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, I don't really, whatever, this seems fine, where you get a chance, I guess, to play as one of these heroes if you're good with them. But I'm like, this doesn't really seem like a good way to grind these heroes' experience, which is what you need to do, unlock their star cards to compete with the people in that mode.
Yeah.
Really good. And to really wreck in the main other mode that I play, which is like the assault modes, where it's kind of your typical Battlefield mode, but just you can use your heroes once you've earned enough points or done good enough, like, but you can kind of keep them for a while the way they've rebalanced the heroes, because they're really sturdy, some of them. But there then was this other heroes versus villain, which is the traditional one everyone plays, which is 4v4, and it like marks targets. So like you're basically, it's one side can only pick heroes, one side can only pick villains, obviously.
Yeah.
You have like 10 lives each, but the way it works isn't really how you're each dying and pulling a life from a pool. Each round is effectively a marked target on each side. So you can choose to defend the target or attack the other target. And if you kill that target, you take one from their pool. Anyone other than the target who dies can just respawn. Okay. So it's effectively like this attack and control. And if you have two good people who are marked at just defending themselves, you can sit there in like a 10v9 or a 10v8 for 10 minutes, you know what I mean, for a good stretch. Yeah. So it allows you to get kills and start actually getting a vibe for the way these heroes work. And it kind of reminds me more of Overwatch, where I really put some time into Kylo Ren, and he's got one of these abilities, and this was before Grievous came out because I hadn't tried Grievous yet. Kylo Ren has one of those abilities that he had in the movies where he can just stop everything. So with the exception of if Force users can block that stuff if they're using their lightsaber to block it, but only so many of them can do that. So if you're like up against, and there's been times where it's just like literally the enemy decided
fuck you,
to pick,
Lando.
The enemy decided to pick Lando, Leia, and Han, and they're just running up trying to protect this person. I just move in, freeze them all in the air, and me and my team of Vader and Maul and Emperor Palpatine literally just wreck through them. And you're just like, that felt really good. Like, okay, you know what, game? There's something here. That feels really good. And they've been there's been a lot of focus on rebalancing heroes, and now they want to add more. So like Grievous is added in November, like early November or sometime through November. They're going to be adding a Genosha map, and they're going to be adding. What the hell is happening here? We in Pirates of the Caribbean land, maybe? Because you're fighting a frickin' spaceship. You know what? We're usually on autopilot here, but you're basically... Okay, so they added a boss to this. Okay. All right. Okay, does this feel like an arcade game, like from the like that of that ilk?
Yes. It's
How
a
many of
bullet
those did
hell.
you play?
Like enough. A lot of them.
I'm trying to think of the most common one people know, like
Galaga.
Area or what, Galaga, yeah. I was never big on bullet hells, so I played them. Like you know what I mean. I put some quarters in them in the arcades when I would go.
Of course.
Even like as I was older, Shane and I went to Vegas, and that was he was underage and I wasn't, so it was one of those things where I gambled a couple times. So it was like I didn't really do much, or I drank a couple times, so I drank a couple times, so I didn't really do much generally. And he kind of we kind of stayed in the hotel room, but then we did go see the sites. But like we noticed, oh, all these casinos also happen to have arcades in all of them.
Yeah, of
So
course.
it's just like, okay, well, let's just go fucking. They were empty. Like there was like 2 other people in them half the time. Like you know what I mean?
Yep.
See, I thought this was the Roman Colosseum, but maybe it's somewhere else. Ah, it is. We fought that ship for some reason.
I think that was
But
like.
anyway, they're adding Clone Wars Kenobi. They're adding Clone Wars Anakin and Dooku. They also have all the voice actors from the Clone Wars reprising their roles to do the voice lines.
Ah.
They've actually come up with a decent number of voice lines, so that makes me really happy.
So your boy Steve coming back.
He is.
It's James Arnold Taylor.
Yes. As great Obi-Wan.
Yes. Anakin.
And like they've added enough emotes to the characters that it actually creates a situation where I kind of think it's almost better than Overwatch, where when you're doing a mode like that, if you get a good kill on someone, if it happens to be thematic, there's some emotes that work. Like there was a moment where I killed one person and then the Jedi like backed away, and I didn't, sorry, I saw it in a trailer, and like then someone emoted with Grievous be like, "Run away, Jedi scum," or something. Like, oh, okay, that's kind of like you can tie that into even the battle itself, you know what I mean? Which is kind of neat.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, hey Meg. Let's save before we do anything
We're
else.
at Olympus Coliseum now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Battlefront 2. It's not an amazing game by any stretch, but
Better than it was at release.
yeah, and I'm glad I found that Heroes vs. Villains, because that actually is one of the funnest things.
Thanks, but I'm fine.
I'm a strong, independent woman.
Other than Kylo, I'd say my main on the good side is actually Lando,
you're supposed
because
to
his
be?
abilities are
I'm
fantastic.
Sora. He's Donald, and that's
He can
Goofy.
see through the dark
You can't
always,
see
like when
how
you zoom, he has like a, you know, like what's her name?
You know Wonder Boy?
Yeah. Hang on.
Widowmaker's ability.
Yeah.
Main chewing your heroes, Donald.
Chris is, oh, fuck off, Goofy. Fuck off.
Friend in common. Name's Megara. My friends call me Meg.
Megara.
Her friends call her Meg.
Megara. Okay, mate, we're going to call you Meg. Herc and Meg.
Well, he's duking it out at the Coliseum every day.
Wonder
you know, Heroes
Boy.
Work's never done all that. He's ready to drop, but he keeps fighting.
That's a good name, Wonder Boy.
Yeah.
That should be a superhero in the MCU.
Like,
I'm pretty
a
sure there is a
scrub who
hero
gets
called
wrecked.
Wonder Boy. No, I think that should be the gimmick. I think it
He's
should
actually
look,
the best one.
Yeah, I think you should babyface the shit out of him. You know what I mean? Like Herc, like make him look very underwhelming, and then like he just has powers that like make him exceptionally good.
Sounds like you're more than just friends. Yeah, we've been knocking boots for a couple of months.
The real question is he an adult that looks like a boy or a boy?
Ooh. So it's the reverse of Tom Hanks is big? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, he could no, because he could. Look, if he's an adult that looks like a boy, he's just like in a baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a person who looks young even though he's old, and then you can be. That's why they call him the Wonder Boy, right? Because he just looks like a boy.
Yeah, okay.
Or you could do he's a boy, but he just happens to have all these powers. But the problem is then you'd have to start applying boy logic to how he does things, which would probably make him ineffective in some situations because he would not be old enough to understand things. Not that I think children are incapable, more so, you know, very easy to. I just think it would be easy for people to manipulate it. You know what I mean? Harry Potter deals with a lot of that, with
Yeah.
Potter being adulted, and you're just like, man, if he was not a kid, this wouldn't happen.
Yeah, totally. Or like, what's that DC hero's name? Kazam?
Shazam.
Shazam. I'm
But
sorry.
yeah.
So
You could
here's what
Shazam
happens
him.
to me.
But the thing is, Shazam is a kid, and then yells, and lightning strikes him, and then he turns into an adult superhero.
Yeah. I always do that because you know how like
Like a god,
there's
essentially.
people who think that there was a Shazam movie starring Sinbad, but like that never really happens. But like everyone
Yeah,
thinks
I know.
it did.
I
Yeah.
used to think that too.
Right. Everybody
I seem
did.
to remember seeing it. And then I was like, and then I realized later on that Sonny was actually referencing that with the whole episode they did.
Yeah, the one where they also lived through that
yeah.
episode of Seinfeld. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's also that singer there from somewhere, Matchbox 20 or something.
But do they actually have the singer from Matchbox 20 there?
Rob the singer from. Yeah, that sounds
Rob
right.
Thomas?
It was a singer from. It was a singer from something, one of those alt bands of that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
At this point, I can't. Listen, I can't.
Indistinguishable to you?
Yeah,
I got
Matthew
you.
Good, like one of those era bands that I can't
wait.
remember specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I always do that because the actual movie that everyone's thinking of is Kazam, and it was starring Shaquille O'Neal. It's like a genie. Yeah, or there's like that whole thing with C-3PO having like a silver leg when the rest of his body is gold.
Yeah, that was just the perspective I thought.
Yeah, I can't
Or,
actually
like,
remember if it's that
most
everyone thinks
lighting
that
in
it
people's old
is.
TVs and stuff. Like the moment that they actually showed you what was being filmed, you're like, oh wait, never mind. It was.
I
just
actually
the way
can't remember if he has a silver leg or not. I can't remember which one is correct and which one is the one everyone thinks. So that
He certainly doesn't have a silver leg in the old school trilogy, or in
I don't remember.
No,
Well,
because in episode 1 he has nothing. He's just
yeah. Well, I mean that doesn't count, obviously.
because he has no leg. He has
wires sticking
circuits,
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm not counting that. I'm talking about.
I'm trying to remember how they did it in Clone Wars, because he was like mostly complete at that time, like in terms of like his droid armor. But he was in the episode where they do episodes where it's just him and R2-D2 and they like get lost on a planet or something, right?
Yeah, of course.
So they're just like, let's just slow things down and let's have a moment here. In those episodes, I don't remember if he had a silver leg. I think he was just all gold.
Yeah, I'm genuinely not sure.
It's always a dumb reason why they get lost too. Like I remember one episode, Anakin was on shore leave or whatever, right? Because the war's going on, and him and Padme were having like an event, right? They're having some people over, but they were okay. They were kind of pseudo in the public about their relationship, right? At this point, like that's kind of the thing. They never ever had Anakin never had the conversation with the Jedi people, but it was kind of overtly known by everyone what was going on. You know what I mean? And even like Yoda and Windu, I feel like everyone
he never
kinda
disclosed it to HR though.
Yeah, they didn't want to say anything about it because he was exceptionally effective in the war. Like it really felt like they were putting that on the back burner until after the war. That's the vibe I always got from the movies. But like they never really explore that. I feel like the show does a little more and like, yeah, that was the case. Like, you know what I mean? Like they realize that they have to use him now, right? Because otherwise they might lose.
Yeah, and he's the chosen one and shit.
Yes, so they realize they have to be careful about how they handle that.
Yeah, before we go
I
any
believe
further
that
here.
the intent seemed to be that they wanted to distance him from what's his name. Anyway, they were having this big event and they were missing like food, some ingredient, some fruit from this weird vendor. So R2 and C-3PO get sent to go get it. And then suddenly they get kidnapped, and then like it's like a 3-episode arc of them on some other planet, and then nobody comes to save them. I don't think they just fucking find their way back and it's generally R2 does it because R2 is the actual Thor of that
useful
fucking
one,
universe.
yeah.
R2 is more useful than half the human characters, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a trend in Star Wars. They're just like, hey guys, the droids actually are the really
What the
ones.
fuck?
We got an organization member hiding here in. Are we going down the steps to Hades, by the way? Is that what's happening?
I think so.
But yeah, what a dumb reason for them to get, you know what I mean? They're just out at the vendors.
Yeah. Shopping it out.
This fucking fruit. And then they come back. And then instead, and it's always the womp womp, right? Instead of them explaining the adventure they were on, that Anakin's just like, oh, why did you take so long to get this fucking thing? And you're just like, oh, man. And then they're just like, oh, it's hazardous out there. Oh my! And you're just like, oh, that's
it's dangerous
That's
to
all
go
they get.
alone. Take this.
Like, at the same time, like, oh, R2 and C-3PO are actually kind of the best characters in this universe, with some of them.
Absent silhouettes. I can't interact with it in any way.
See, my problem is that I think they've tried too hard to make. I think. Oh,
Yeah!
let's see.
Fucking Jimmy Woods! Better recognize.
How's it going? Yeah, we got Jimmy Woods here. Jimmy Woods and Pete together.
Pretty soon the underworld's gonna be standing room only.
He's pretty good, this hurt guy.
Why don't you just pick somebody already dead and save him the trouble?
Dead. Dead is good. And I know just the warrior.
Who's dead?
He's gonna just kill Pete and make it him. Probably not.
Are we getting? Oh, we're actually. Oh, this is cool.
Yep.
We get a level here. We're gonna get. Oh, I was almost half expecting text to say, "Hey, like underworld." Oh man, that would have been rad.
I'm scared too, darling.
I haven't really looked at the command menu yet.
Oh, yeah.
Star Wars. I gotta take a deep look here. Just call him out, Sora. I love it. Bold move.
Okay, it's simple, but it's effective, I
Okay, yeah.
think.
Valley of the Dead. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and then you're in the Valley of the Dead. Oh yeah, look at those freaking cauldrons on the side that are just like emanating smoke and flames. I like
Yep.
that. Tim Burton would be okay with this.
Yeah.
Not that Tim Burton's responsible for this property, but I feel like you're in the underworld, you know what I mean? That has a very...
Well, I feel the power of Tim Burton right now, because it is Halloween.
That's true.
Alright. Before we go any further, Ryan, I think this is probably a good place to call this one. In the next one, we'll continue on through Hades, maybe go find our boy Jimmy Woods, maybe even run into Pete, who knows?
Yeah, we'll see what Jimmy Woods is up to, probably, you know, wheeling and dealing.
Yeah.
It's basically the actor's version of Ric Flair.
Woo! In the meantime, thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.